Well, hey there. Well, today I came down here and I took my pawpaw seeds out of stratification. And what I did was I set up this pan, and I don't know if you can see the wire or not, but there's a wire going in there. Well, that wire is for a thermostat that I had picked up. And what I did was I set it up and everything. Now, pick this up and show you the heat pad. Right there's the heat pad. And that heat pad will warm the temperature up about 10 to 20 degrees warmer than what this room temperature is, which is, by the way, is kind of chilly down here right now. Wood burner's on the fritz, and I'm getting ready to work on that tomorrow. That being said, the heat pad, if you plug it into the wall, will heat 10, 20 degrees above room temperature. But what I'm trying to do is to heat that heat pad up a little bit warmer, and I'm doing that with this. It's a thermostat. The heat pad plugs into here, and then this plugs into the wall outlet. And then I'm able to set that temperature. Now, I picked up a book at the Pawpaw Festival last fall, and the book was written by an individual by the name of Michael Judd, and the name of the book is For the Love of Pawpaws. Very good book, a lot of good information in there. Anyways, that being said, according to his technique is something like I got set up right here. Excuse me. My pawpaw seeds are all lined up in there. There's a total of 48 of them, and they're down inside of regular potting soil that has been moistened, not wet, not super damp, just moistened to keep that pawpaw seed from drying out. And then I put probably about 1.5 inch layer of potting soil on top of that, and then I took peat moss that the pawpaw seeds came out of, and I layered on top of that because the peat moss is more dense. It's going to hold moisture down in there a lot better than regular potting soil, because potting soil is much more looser, and once you get that peat moss wet, it's dense. So it's going to hold the moisture, not to mention insulate that soil a little bit better. That being said, well, according to his book, this is a technique that you could do, and it boasts in the book roughly around 2 weeks, 14 days for the pawpaw to germinate. You get that little tiny taproot to come out there, and then that's when you'll go ahead and put them in pots as individuals. Now, in the past, what I've done is I've used pots like these right here, and I've laced them in the pot, took them upstairs, and let them germinate in that manner. And yeah, I got ahead of the game on as far as the timing. They germinated probably about 2.5, 3 months earlier than the ones that I planted out there in the yard to go through that stratification and germination on a more natural basis. But that being said, I put this pan on top of the pan like that, and then I'm going to use these clips, and I'm just going to go ahead and clip them down. Well, like I said earlier, there's a total of 48. I don't have enough room for 48 trees to be planted out there, but I like to dink around with trees quite a bit, as you all may very well know. These right here are intended for rootstock, and like I had probably said earlier, we had temperatures way below zero, and the trees that I do have survived. So I'm going to use these for rootstock for future grafting, because I know they should be hardy enough to handle extremely cold weather, and that's what I'm after. This year, I won't be able to do that this year as far as grafting. These right here is going to take a couple years before they're ready for grafting, which, by the way, is the reason why I changed over to a different pot. I have some that are set aside that were root suckers that I dug up earlier this year that I'm going to be doing some grafting on. And I'm looking at probably about 20 grafts, and it's only going to be 2 different varieties, mango variety and the sunflower variety. But these ones right here, it'll take them 2 years to get to the point where they're ready to be grafted. But anyways, that's just something that I wanted to show and share with you that I'm up to. And don't be afraid to try something new. Like I said, this is new to me. I've never tried it like this before. Although I do know you need that warm temperature in the soil to get that seed to germinate. And this is supposed to be like a fast germination on them. So we'll find out. I'll figure out and see if this is a route that I want to continue to go with. Only time will tell. But anyways, my name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. And don't forget to click on that bell for notifications. Y'all have a God bless day.